Hello everyone. So welcome you all to Ashok Tutorials, Meghalaya's first MTech channel. So my dear friends, in this video we are going to discuss Unit 5, and the subtopic we are going to discuss here is understanding exceptional students, that is talented, creative, slow learners and underachievers. All right. So in this video we will be discussing about exceptional children who are talented and at the same time creative, and also the students who are very slow learners and underachievers. All right, who are they, what are the problems they face, or how can we help them, right? So that is our main motto while discussing this video. Let us see. Exceptional students are individuals who differ significantly from their peers in intellectual, emotional, social, or physical development. Now you see exceptional. See, exception, you understand the meaning of exception, right? Means accept that. Suppose if I say, all right, I like to eat non-veg except broiler. Or suppose I say, I like scooties except Jupiter. Or I like flowers except jasmine. So these things I can say, right? Which means it's an exception. So exceptional students are individuals. These are the people, right? Exceptional students are the people who are different from their friends or peers in emotional status, in intellectual status, in social status, or physical development or physical status. So they might have differences with their friends in terms of intellectuality, emotionality, sociality, or social development, right? They can be different. They may be categorized as talented. So of course in the classroom you see some students are more talented than the other. Creative, also you see there are some students who are more creative than the other. Slow learners, also you see that there are certain children who are slow learners, right? They don't understand the thing at once, they need to be repeated again and again. Or underachievers, so these are the children who are not able to achieve what they wanted to, each with unique characteristics and needs. Understanding these students helps educators provide effective and inclusive learning opportunities. So if we understand what are the needs, what are the requirements of these children, then we as teachers and educators can provide them necessary and supportive help in order to help them achieve what they want to in the best way possible, right? So now let us see one by one. First of all, we have talented students. So who are talented? Let us see. Talented students demonstrate outstanding abilities or potential in one or more specific areas such as academics, arts, or sports. So if somebody say you are talented, means you have exceptional qualities which others may not have. You might be good at academics. Good at academic means what? You, when you write your metric exam, you got first division. When you write your class 12, you got first division. In your bachelor's, you got first division. In your master's, you got first divisions, which means you are talented, right? According to your academics. But some are very talented singers, right? Just now you have seen Arijit Singh. He was given the Padma Shri award, right? So he is talented singer of our country, right? So that is an exception. Then sports. Also, you see many sports person in our country, right, who are exceptional or who have these qualities. They are talented in that area. So if you are not talented in academics, does not mean you are not talented in arts or music or sports. So it depends on which area we are interested in, right? Now let us see the characteristics. High intellectual capacity. So those who are talented, they have high intellectual capacity, which means they have higher mental abilities than others. Quick learners with excellent problem solving skills. So if you say somebody is talented, means he or she learns the things very quickly, and they have very good problem solving, excellent problem solving skills. All right, then tend to show leadership qualities. Now you will see that those who are talented, they will show or have leadership qualities. They can become leaders, right? Example, a student excelling in mathematics, consistently solving complex problems beyond their grade level. So, as you have seen in Three Idiots movie, right, that a class 6 student solving the mathematics of class 10 students. So, that is an exceptional case where you can be excellent in mathematics, that you are still in class 6 but you can still solve class 10 or 12 mathematics. So, that means you are excellent, right? A young athlete who performs exceptionally well in competitive sports such as excelling in state level tournaments. Now you see that sports is going on in Joai, right? In West Jaintia Hills, Meghalaya. So you can see that there are many sports person or athletes who are doing exceptionally well compared to others, right? So this is also a quality of an of a talented person, right? Now let's see the second one, that is creative students. So who are creative? Creative students exhibit originality, imagination, and the ability to think outside the box. They often express themselves in innovative ways. Now, creative students means those who are able to create something, right? Those who are able to create music, compose music, write poems, write stories, write journals, right? Or they might be somebody who is able to imagine well, or who are able to think, outside the box. Means if I think, why does it rain, then that person will think not only why does it rain, but how does it rain, right? So that is exceptionality. So they are very innovative. You have seen painters, sand artists, musicians, singers. Who are they? They are all creative peoples. Now you see me making this video, right? What is this? This is creativity, right? Which means I am a creator. I am a YouTube creator, content creator, right? So I am creating my own content. I am teaching you in my original voice, in my original way, in my original with my original talent, right? It is not that I am copying somebody. I'm not copying anybody. So this is what this means. I am a content creator, right? I am creating my own content. So this is what we mean by being creative, right? Characteristics: strong imagination and curiosity. Now you will see many students who are interested in science. They are often creative students. They will think, why does it happen, how does it happen, right? They have creative imagination, and they are very curious. They want to know, all right, this happened, but why it happened. They will try to find the reason behind that, right? Preference for exploring unconventional methods. So they will prefer to explore unconventional method, which means they will not go by the rules, even outside the box, as it was mentioned above. They will go and think and find out the reason, right? May resist structured learning environments. They may avoid monotonous environment, and they might be interested in learning outside the school environment or learning outside the classroom. They don't think the way everybody thinks, all right? They think outside the box. Is the example a child who creates unique art piece using everyday objects? See, as we know these days, DIY, right? Do it yourself. DIY means creating. Suppose there are many waste materials in your house, so a creative child will pick up all those waste materials and he will try to make something which will be beneficial for him, right? Suppose he will make a pencil box or a pen box, or he can make cards, right, according to his creativity. A student who writes imaginative short stories with compelling narratives. Now also you will see there are children who are talented in writing stories and poems, right? Poems and stories, it comes out of nowhere, right? It means it is just their imagination. Fictions, you all love to read fictions, right? So fictions are what? Fictions means it is not true, or it is something which have no valid proof that yes, it existed. It means it is just an imaginative story, right? Now let us see who are slow learners. Definition: slow learners struggle to keep pace with the average learning speed of their peers but can grasp concept with additional time and support. Now you see, in your classroom, it does not mean every child is creative and talented. So, your classroom will also have children who are slow learners. If you are teaching a concept, suppose if you are teaching biology and you teach them reproduction chapter today, it does not mean that all the children will understand today itself. Some might take extra effort. Some might go home and read it themselves. Some might ask for extra tuition. Some may ask you that, ma'am, can you please explain me this chapter once more? So, who are these children? These are the children who are slow learners, all right? So you have to respect their learning pace. As teachers, we have to respect their learning pace and provide all the necessary support to them, right? Characteristics require repeated instructions and practical examples. See, those children who are slow learners, you try to give them repeated instructions, right? And also give them some working and practical examples. Face difficulties with abstract reasoning and memory retention. Now you see, these slow learners, they have problem in dealing with abstract thinking or abstract work or abstract reasoning. So they are not able to think as fast as the children who are talented and creative can do. And they also, cannot remember whatever they learn for a longer period of time. So they forget it very, very fast. May exhibit how self-confidence in academic settings, may exhibit low self-confidence in academic settings. So they may have low confidence in their academic settings. They may not have enough confidence in playing sports or in their exams or in their extra co-curricular activities. All right, they may lack the confidence. Example, a student who needs extra help to understand mathematical concepts like fractions. There are different topics in mathematics like volume, surface area, construction, algebra, polynomials, then geometry, then triangles, circles, trigonometry, right? So some children, they might be good at construction and might need extra time in fractions, might need extra time in trigonometry, might need extra time in statistics, right? So it depends on the children how they are able to grasp the things which are given to them. A child taking longer than their peers to master reading skills, of course, you can see in the classroom that some children, even if you tell them again and again, yes, this one you have to solve this way, yes, this problem you have to solve this way, and yes, the answer of this one is this way, but still you will see that they don't understand. So you should not discriminate this kind of children, but you should give them enough time so that whenever they can, they will learn in their own pace and give you the results. All right, don't discriminate. Now, who are underachievers? Definition: underachievers perform below their potential, often due to motivational, psychological, or environmental factors. Now, you see, I will give you the best example of underachievers. Underachievers, suppose your brother, your sister, anybody who is writing metric and the metric result also came out, but you expected him or her to get first division, but he or she got second. Or a student in the school who is in class 9, she writes her class 9 final exam and she have the capacity of getting first division, but she got third division. So these kind of children who have the ability, who have the potential, but still they are not able to perform according to their level or according to their ability, these children are termed as underachievers. All right. So, many students, many children, they can be underachievers. Why? There can be different reasons. Maybe they lack motivation. Maybe they have some psychological issues or problems, or maybe environmental factors, right? You will see your child have done very well in half yearly but could not do well in annual exam. So you find that your child is underachiever, and this might have happened because of different problems: family problem, personal problem, health problem, financial problem, or environmental factors, right? Characteristics. So, how do we characterize underachievers? Inconsistent performance across subjects. So, you might see that sometimes in half yearly, your child got 90 in maths, but in final, he got 30. in final, in half yearly he got 20, but in final he got 60 in maths. Then in half yearly he got 10 in maths, and in final he got 100 in maths. So this means inconsistent, so anything can happen, right? So his or her performance depends on these factors, like environmental factors, social factors, and emotional factors or motivational factors. Low interest or effort in academic tasks. What is this? So he or she, in your class you find many children who are very brilliant, who are very smart, intelligent, and talented, creative, but they are very lazy to study, right? They don't try to put efforts, they have no interest in studies. So this can also be the reason for underachievers may feel disengaged or discouraged in the classroom. So there might be a bright student in your class, but he or she you know might not be performing according to his or her, mental, according to his or her potential. So why? It might be because she may feel discouraged, or she may feel disengaged in the classroom. She might feel that teacher is avoiding him or her, or friends are avoiding him or her, or she might not be accepted, or something like that. All right. Examples: a gifted student scoring poorly in exams due to lack of motivation or personal issues. See, this is already what I explained to you. A child with a strong aptitude for science failing to complete assignments on time. So these are also things which comes when the children are not so serious in spite of having the potential to do it in the best way, right? As teachers, how are we going to address this issue? To support exceptional students, educators should, in order to support these children who are creative, who are talented, who are underachievers, who are slow learners, what can we do? Identify strengths and weaknesses, use assessment and observation to understand each student's unique needs. So as teachers we have to identify first who is fast learner, who is slow learner, who is underachiever, or who is creative learner. So we have to give them certain type of test assessment, and then only we will come to know their problems, right? Differentiated instructions, tailor teaching methods, resources, and assignments to match individuals learning style. You should try to give the homework, the classroom, the assignments according to the need of that learner. If the learner is talented, then what type of question you should be asking? If a learner is slow learner, then what type of questions you should ask from him? So it should be that way, right? Now, provide encouragement. Create a supportive environment to boost confidence and motivation. So, encouragement we all need. You need encouragement, you need motivation, I need encouragement, I need motivation, right? So, always try to encourage your learners, always try to motivate them that yes, it's fine, no problem, do well in the next exam or do well in the next test, no issues with that. All right, so you should try to make the children confident, stay motivated, that they are able to perform the best way next time. Incorporate flexibility. Use creative and adaptive strategies to accommodate varying abilities and interests. Now, don't make your curriculum very, very standardized or rigid. Your curriculum should be flexible, right? Use the creative and adaptive strategies. As teachers, try to use maximum resources as possible, teaching learning aids, right? Then different type of resources, then audio visual aids, then charts, then flashcards, then calendars, then videos, audios. So all these different forms of teaching learning materials you can use in order to make your teaching and learning process a very, very smooth and effective one, right? Now, conclusion. Understanding exceptional students helps foster an inclusive and enriching learning environment. By recognizing their strength and addressing their challenges, educators can help these students reach their full potential and contribute meaningfully to the society. So, as I was telling you, that we need to identify first what is the problem, or what are the types of children in your classroom: talented, creative, underachievers, or slow learners, and according to their needs, you provide them the full support, right? Even if it's that you need to meet the parents, then please go and meet the parents and find out what is the problem, why the child have this type of nature, or why the child is underachiever, or why the child is slow learner, or how can you improve the child who is creative and talented in a best way ahead, right? So that should be our duty, so that these children eventually contribute to the society, for the betterment of the society, for the betterment of the people, and for the betterment of the environment as a whole, right? So I think this is all in this video. So thank you everyone for staying connected with the show tutorials, Meghalaya first attempted channel. Thank you.